Going through the interview questioning with the attorney, and I'm asking questions, and the attorney said, let me ask you this. We had this scenario occur, and I need help. So I need to tell you what the scenario was that occurred, and you tell me how you're going to help me. I said, okay. And what they did was they had somebody on board in another capacity at the law firm. This wonderful girl had no legal experience at all, and they wanted to hire from within, which was a great thing. But there was no help for her at all. They don't see, and this is what I mean about no training available. And what he needed, because he was such a loose cannon, and that's an understatement. He needed to have an experienced paralegal that could monitor everything for him. And to be honest, in this scenario, I don't think he enjoyed being an attorney necessarily and all of the details that come with it. So he was relying heavily on a paralegal, but she was not that. And that's not the type of fit that is fair to a girl that is working very happily at this law firm in a non-legal capacity, and then they throw her into this with no assistance whatsoever. So that's what I mean about learning all you can regarding how to manage the workload and all that comes with that before you go into a law firm. Don't depend on a degree and a certificate. You've got to do a lot of self-learning you got to learn on your own before you step foot in there, because they are sincerely not going to train you. So he had her, or someone sent a notice that there was a hearing up, but she did not calendar it. And that's unfortunate because the attorney then missed the hearing. And the judge was not too happy that he missed the hearing. So he asked me what would I do in that case. And not only did I talk to him about, well, it would have to be calendared, but then I'd have to note it on this. And then the next thing I said to him was that I would communicate with him that this was coming up, and that I would schedule it on the calendar and a reminder a week before the actual date of the hearing, and make sure we have all the paperwork in place that he has to bring and all of that. This is communication with the attorney. He was not a communicator. He was depending on someone who had no experience. And does that mean that lets you out as an inexperienced person? No, it does not. But you have to understand that just because it's on the calendar doesn't mean the attorney's looking at the calendar. And you're like, what? Yes, very true. And so communication, verbal communication, eyeball to eyeball communication, not just sending an interoffice email saying, you have that. Some of them don't even read the email. So you have to make sure, you have to double check, triple check, quadruple check. Yes, that's what we do. Now, if you're still interested in the career after that, then go for it. But one of the things I teach my students in my paralegal inner circle class to use several different things to stay on track. But one of them at the core is the calendar. That's a biggie. So communication is where it's at. And I don't mean texting. I mean verbally. So that, and you write down, and I tracked every time I reminded the attorney. And it's going to go like this. If they're thinking of something else, it will leave their minds, and they're not looking, and they should, but they're not looking at the calendar, and we have to. So remember that will they ask you what the solution is? Probably not, because you're going to be a very much of a new person. But the more you can talk about in this regard, right on target with your concern for protecting the attorney's license. That's so important. And they might not even know how important that is. Yes, I've come across that too. But you protecting them from neglecting their cases, from staying on track, is very important. It's part of what we do every day. So have a great day. Don't forget to go to my website, paralegalcoffeetalk.com, and look under the Paralegal Resource Hub. Get the playbook that is there. You'll see it when you go to my website, paralegalcoffeetalk.com, and then look for up in the menu for Paralegal Resource Hub. And when you hover over that, you'll see Paralegal Playbook. Get that playbook. It's no charge, and it'll help you do your research for areas of law, give you ideas on search terms, things I've talked about in videos for over 4 years. You need that. Have a great day. Talk to you in the next video. Bye.